Okay. Did everybody got a notification of the recording and process?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Good job. Okay. So, it's a sunny Saturday. If you get a chance, go to the fall fair. They are having games. They are having musics. They are going to have somebody. I don't know the name, but they are going to provide some free food as well. So you can try. Why not, right? Okay, so quickly, just a gist of today's class. We will be doing a quick go through what we are left with yesterday in person class, and then we will be going to the group links. I hope everybody is pretty much okay with the group links and the access to it, right? You
Yes,
guys are having two groups and two persons will be joining for 15 minutes, right? And then we are going to move. There will be a 45 minutes of slot. So the Zoom meeting timings will be 15 minutes before your slot timing starts. Okay. The only reason of doing that is if you want to join and if you want to stay there, you can stay there. But I'll be joining at the time when the time it is. Okay. Coming back for the wrap up, it's mandatory. Okay. I see somebody named Tor Kor. Can I just ask you to turn your mic on and let us know your real name? Because I know there is no someone whose name is Thor. Every time you guys join, if the name is not popped up with the real name of yours, try to change it to the real name. Again, that's going to help me for your attendance. If I don't see your real name, you're not present in my class. Okay? There's someone from CSS iPhone too. Hi, CSS iPhone. I'm sorry who's there. I don't know, but try to change your name to whatever your real name is. That's what I was. Sorry? It's okay.
It's Cristobal.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
I'm changing it.
Cristobal? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you trying to log in from your iPhone?
Yeah, I said I'm on my way to pick up my sister on the airport, Toronto's airport.
Okay. That's what I was talking about. Try to change your name, even if it's an iPhone. You are able to change it. Try to change it. That will help me in your attendance. Okay?
Yes, I will change my name.
No problem. Thank you. Okay, I see somebody unnamed left the class. That's fine. Okay, so how was I saw somebody were able to do it. I saw a few questions. I saw the introductions. I saw a few questions which I would be happy if I had got in person. That was a discussion questions, but I'll reply to that as well so that you guys are aware about and you guys can go through it. Again, if you guys are knowing about their questions, feel free to answer the questions, start thread, reply to it. Okay? There is nothing like only I can reply, you can also reply to it. All right. Let's start straight away with the material. Okay, are you guys able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we did a quick review about self-awareness. You guys were able to do all 4 exercises. I mean, all 2 from amongst 4.
Yes.
Okay. I did saw somebody who uploaded over there. I didn't got chance to open it and see, but I'll see it soon and reply you guys back. Were you saying something, Drew? Were you saying
That's
something?
me. That's me. I uploaded a Word file.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I was having issue on
Yeah.
opening it, link and all. I was having issue. I
Okay,
tried
what
it.
was the issue?
It's like when we click the link, it says start quiz, right? When I click on it, it's showing some other things. There are
Other
no
things as in?
No question and answers.
Adil ma'am, there were many ads in that quiz.
Okay. So you
They're
have
saying
to
that
just ignore that.
Okay, maybe
some
that's why.
payment is needed to do that quiz like that. They are saying.
Okay. It seems like we might be able to do this when you are in your group meeting. We can share your screen and we can do it as soon as possible. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we did this. We were able to go through these things, right? And we were cultivating our self-awareness. Okay. Let's go with the Johari window model. So for ourselves, when we are trying to know ourselves, where we are self-awareing ourselves, we have 4 types of things within ourselves, which we do not know how to come across, right? So here it's mentioned that's arena, the open self, which allows yourself to know about yourself and which allows yourself to know about other people as well, right? The second is blind spot, the blind shelf. They are not known to yourself as well. That's an hidden, I can say, hidden talent, right? You don't know until you explore it. But others might be able to find it out that, okay, you're good at this. Picking up with Alina, when she herself know that she has a stage fear, but when she was speaking yesterday about somebody's barrier, she was able to speak. So that means she does have stage fear, but when she's put on spot, she'll be able to do it, right? That's what the blind spot is. Mask the hidden self. It is known to yourself. I know what my hidden talents are, but I don't want others to know. I know how to cook, but I don't want others to know. So, does that make sense? Okay. The known self, they don't know what's happening. Don't know what's happening within themselves. They don't know what's happening with others. They don't even let other people know about themselves. We can put introverts over here. But again, introverts are also the people who talk in their comfort level, right? Somehow these are introverts, but somehow it's not. Because when they know about when they are comfortable, they are moved to getting into the mask, the hidden self, right? They just wear a mask, but they just don't let others to know themselves. Okay? Whenever you are going in your world of getting into leadership as a professional, be prepared for discomforts. Everywhere you're going to feel different change. You came to Canada, the cold is higher than India or your country, your discomfort, right? But you have to get used to it, right? People seek out and avoid self awareness and self understanding. Try to take time for your self understanding. That's very necessary. That's what we did in the exercise of meditation yesterday, right? We were able to figure out how our body reacts and how do we need to treat our body. That's what we did in our meditation, right? We generally seek information that confirms what we believe about ourselves. If somebody is saying, hey, you are an extrovert, okay, I'm an extrovert. Why? We do not have to take that in an offense with, thank you for telling me. Get comfortable with people giving their opinion about themselves as well as about yourself. They have their own opinion. Everything is welcome. People are free to speak. We cannot stop them. We generally avoid information that conflicts with what we know or think we know about ourselves. We do have self-confidence, but sometimes we go into an overconfidence, and that leads to discomfort. We know what we are speaking, but even the other person whom we are talking to knows that too, right? So that's a discomfort too. If we are lying, they'll catch it out. Genuine self understanding sets the stage for personal growth and development. You did an exercise. Whoever did it, you were able to do an exercise yesterday, which gave you an idea about knowing yourself, right? How to overcome your own barriers. You got to know, you got your colleagues to know how to overcome your barriers. That's all about self-understanding, personal growth, and personal development, right? Come on. Okay. Self-compassion. Being compassionate about anything and everything in the world leads to development, right? Treating yourself the way you would treat a friend. You cannot demotivate somebody. You cannot disrespect somebody. Try to treat them as a human. You treat yourself as a human, right? So try to treat them at the same way you're treating yourself. That might change the perspective of what they are thinking about yourself. And that will help eventually to grow yourself and the other person too, right? Directing compassion in words, being warm, and understanding when we suffer, fail, or feel inadequate. This is a very big statement, but we have to get comfortable about what we are within ourselves. We cannot let any other person judge us, right? But if they are judging us, we have to be okay with that as well. I don't remember the name, but I remember it was from, I guess it was from Nirali's group or somebody else's group, that if somebody is saying about something about you, it's their opinion. You don't have to listen to them, right? You know what you're doing. Go ahead and do what you are doing. Don't make other person disrespect, or don't make other person feel that you don't have a mindset to listen to them, but you know what you are doing yourself. You have that confidence within yourself, right? Self compassion is also associated with higher levels of well being, life, and relationship satisfaction. I'll get happy if my relationship and my well being is good. I'll be able to greet you, I'll be able to treat you, and that will create a relationship. That will be a satisfaction. Lower levels of anxiety and depression. Talk with people, right? We do have psychotherapists. Going to psychotherapist doesn't make you go, like, doesn't make you mad or doesn't make you bad. It doesn't let you go like, oh no, only mad people can go over there. No. Psychotherapists are there to treat your anxiety, to treat your depressions. It's needed. If you do not want to go there, there are so many treatments which you can do it within yourself, which you were able to do it yesterday, or the links which we have provided over there. Self-awareness, right? Increase student communication and reduce self-presentation worry. There we go. I guess it was, I don't remember the group number, but I remember, I guess Anjali's group or somebody, that, oh yes, Luan, she was in one of the group, and they said that, okay, try to get comfortable in our group. Shabina, it was your group, right? Yes. So try to get comfortable in our group, and then you'll be able to speak in front of people. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm able to recall the names. I'm proud of myself. Okay. More effective leadership. So, talking about effective leadership is when you are trying to be strong within yourself. You know yourself. That's when you'll be able to be comfortable around the people and comfortable being a leader and get ready to speak over there, right? All right. 3 elements of self compassion: self kindness versus self judgment, common humanity versus isolation, mindfulness versus over identification. Okay, let's discuss self kindness versus self judgment. Is there anybody who would like to go ahead and put on your views on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead, Dhruv.
Self-kindness is to accept ourselves, but in self-judgment, we are being hard on ourselves.
Yes,
Like I
that's
have to
good.
be this way or that way
Yes,
in certain
that's a good
situations.
point. Yeah. Anything else to add up?
No.
Okay, somebody else?
For example, ma'am, if you experience failure,
Yeah.
And instead of blaming yourself for the failure, you are trying to motivate yourself that it's okay. Failure is not the end of everything. Rather, you are kind to yourself. You motivate yourself, and you're like you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, like so I believe. I mean, that's it. I mean, I can't come up with anything else.
Okay.
So you're kind to yourself instead of judging yourself. You try to
Yes.
motivate yourself.
Okay. One more say.
Ma'am, self-judgment is an obstacle or an issue or problem. Self-kindness would be the solution to that.
Okay. Good. Kritika, go ahead.
Ma'am, according to me, self-judgment is something what we feel when someone else says us something, like if someone said something bad about me, so I'm thinking about that, so I'll consider that as a self-judgment. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
self-kindness is that compassion and sympathy, or that or feeling which we feel for individual or for us.
That's a good point too. Self-kindness is where we know what we have to do about ourselves, right? The way Nishta said that if you are getting failure, right, you don't have to be harsh on you. The way Drew said, you don't have to put yourself in a place where you'll be like, hey, I cannot do this. Try to do it again. You'll find success, right? Self-judgment is just putting yourself in a place that no, I cannot do it, right? It's not about not do it, or it's not about cannot do it. It's about you not trusting what you know about yourself. So we will never let our self-judgment thing come over the self-kindness thing. And because that changes your mind. When you go negative, that changes your mind, and you start being you'll start discontinuing yourself with the surrounding, and you'll be like harsh to yourself as well as to others, right? So always try to be in a place where you are not judging yourself for not doing certain things. Okay, always trust yourself. You know what you are doing is correct, and you know what you are doing is right, in a very positive way. Okay, let's jump to next. Common humanity versus isolation. Is there any say about it? Anything, whatever pops in your mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Dhruv.
Humanity, yeah, common humanity is live with morals in general, but in
Mm-hmm.
isolation, people means a person try to isolate herself or himself from everyone.
Yes, that's true. That's very similar to self-judgment, but a little bit different. Go ahead, Shivangi.
Yeah, ma'am. Common humanity is something that we are being kind to ourselves as well as others, whereas isolation is we are seeing things, but we are unable to help them, and we are isolating ourselves to do so.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, common humanity and isolation defines that.
Okay, that's good. Kritika, do you want to say something?
Yeah, ma'am. I would like to explain this with an example.
Yeah, go
Like
ahead.
recently, we all came to Canada 2 to 3 weeks before,
Mm-hmm.
and we all faced homesickness. We
Yes.
felt that difference. Every one of us faced it.
Mm-hmm.
So that feeling of homesickness, which every one of us felt, is a
Mm-hmm.
common humanity. And
Okay.
we have two solutions for it. Either we could have gone out, made new friends, or I could have
Mm-hmm.
isolated myself.
That's true.
And I could have cribbed about it.
That's true.
So according to me, that is the isolation. And common humanity is what all are feeling, and isolation is what I like feeling something and isolating that feeling within us.
That's true. When you came here, that was the biggest example. When you came here, you didn't know anyone. You might be knowing some of your friends, right? So they showed some humanity to you to make easier of your world, or to get eased out with the surrounding, right? But if you don't have friends, even if you don't have friends, and if you do go outside, make friends, that comes into humanity too. You do not put yourself into an isolation. I have seen this in our class, which is a very good thing, that when we were trying to do the exercise of extrovert, introvert, and ambivert in week 1, when ambivert said that initiative, and it was extrovert who said, "Why can't you take it?" So we were being human. We were not disrespecting, right? And we were letting the people come in. We were getting them to open up to ourselves, right? I have seen this in your class, that this is very much often going on, which is a very good practice, that you are allowing people to welcome in your own world in a different way, but yes. Okay. Never go into isolation. That can lead to anxiety, depression, stress, not feeling good, getting sick. I know homesickness is a very common thing right now. You feel it. I'm not saying you wouldn't feel it. I sometimes, after 5 years, I do feel it too. So that is a very common thing, but it should not overcome your humanity. It should not overcome your mentality of getting settled up in your different situation. Does that make sense? Okay, let's jump to mindfulness versus over identification. Here, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Mindfulness is accepting your any negative thoughts or any shortcomings and not to be so hard on ourselves if we
Mhm.
have any negativity in ourselves. And
Yeah.
over identification is being very hard on ourselves and criticizing ourselves for having those negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your say on it, Nishtha? Go ahead.
Ma'am, I believe that mindfulness is keeping yourself engrossed in activities that you like. For example, instead of overthinking about things, like if somebody is not calling you, messaging you, not giving you adequate response, rather you keep yourself engrossed in things that you like. For
Yes.
example, crocheting, knitting is a great example of mindfulness, yoga,
Yes.
meditation, all these things. So these things take away the negativity, stress from your mind and keep you calm, relaxed. And I've seen many people over thinking about things and pinpointing mistakes of others and then suffering. So that
Yes.
is over identification, I believe.
That's true. That's true. Go ahead, Nirali.
Yes, ma'am. Mindfulness means when you are alert, cautious about thinking, that
Mm-hmm.
yes, you are thinking in a correct way.
Mm-hmm.
But our identification is sometimes you're thinking, but it would not be that it's correct. It may be wrong perception. So I think this is the difference between them.
Okay. Go ahead, Anjali.
Yes, ma'am. I think mindfulness is just coming to the present moment and being in the present moment and like not worrying about the past or being anxious about the future. Uh, I believe it's like that. And our identification, I guess it's being feeling like being a superior to others, and you're just uh, bringing so much concentration into you.
Yes,
That's it,
that's
ma'am.
true. Okay, Shivangi, go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, I was about to say what Anjali said, that being mindfulness is being positive about the whatever you are thinking or behaving,
Okay.
and also living in the present moment. Whereas over identification, we can identify that as overthinking.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do overthink. So, in my opinion, both of the points are true.
Correct. Okay. Drew, were you raising your hand in between at some point of time? No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Shabina, were you raising hands or were you clapping?
No, no, no.
I just raised, ma'am.
Sorry?
I raised the hand.
Okay, then go ahead.
Yeah, mindfulness is a positive approach. We are avoiding all the negatives from our side and do the things positively. But in
Mm-hmm.
over identification, we are collecting all the negatives and isolate ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would say is mindfulness. We saw a little bit of an example yesterday in class. Does anybody recognize that? Why I said that? Be mindful about your words, right? Did I say that to Kursimran? Right. So be mindful what you are saying, what you are stating about yourself and about others, to others, right? Keeping every perspective in together. Do not lose your identity, your identification when you are presenting, or when you are motivating someone, or when you are demotivating. I would say demotivative is a negative point, right? So we would never do that. As a leader, as a professional person, we would never demotivate. We would never say to your patient that, hey, this is your problem and you're never going to overcome it. No, this is your problem. It is tough that we will be overcoming it, but we can do it together. That's mindfulness. We cannot overcome that. That's over identification. That's a negative point, right? So while discussing these things, over identification also means, again, as mentioned, it also means going over what you are knowing, overconfidence. When you have confidence, it's mindful. When you go over it, that it goes into a negative point. So if anything which is going to a negative point can lead to judging yourself, going into an isolation, going into an over identification of about yourself. And when you are putting those things into an opposite way, and when you are treating patients in the way you are treating yourself, you are never going to be like you are getting angry and you'll start hitting yourself. Would you ever do that? You love yourself. Why would you do that? Right? So if we are not doing that with ourselves, why would we do that to other persons? So be kindness, spread kindness, be kind to everyone. That is a common humanity. And we are mindful about what we are speaking and what we are sharing. Okay? Let's go to here. Okay, we did saw this, but we are going to reread it so that we don't miss anything. Okay? Do you guys know what is this marked over here? By any chance, if anybody knows what is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
It's a citation and reference where it
That's
has been
true.
taken.
That's true. It is necessary in your reflections assignments. So make sure you don't miss this, okay? All right. So extroverts are commonly associated as strong leaders. Introverts and extroverts both have unique strengths that contribute to effective leadership. Understanding preference type is important for leadership. Of course, extroverts are going to be stronger. That's what world says. They are going to be strong leaders because they have that confidence within themselves. They are comprehensive about what they are speaking, and they have a good point or a positive side which can convert a negative person to a positive side, right? We have those 7 people, right? So they were able to convert ambiverts to extroverts by taking initiative or not taking initiative, or even when ambiverts took an initiative, they were able to convert them. So we were just left with 2 people. Again, we're talking about introverts. The group of introvert persons are trying to get to know each other in themselves. Again, they are going to get to know each other and they're trying to come up with people. When I'm talking about it, one introvert person, even she's not introvert. She's getting used to people around them. Because when coming to herself, she just gets lost about the words, but that's the strong point of her, that she has that in mind, that when she's speaking, she's very mindful. She's very calm about what she's speaking. Right? That's the strength of her. So both people have a unique strength. Extroverts have strength to manipulate. Introverts do not have the manipulate strength. Extroverts, in an excitement, sometimes they speak what they do not have to. Introverts, will be very mindful about it, right? So being an extrovert, including me, we have to be very calm what we are speaking. We do not have to let other people go down. We have to let them come up. And understanding the preferences about everything working around. Person is coming to you, a patient is coming to you, and they are saying that, okay, ma'am, this is the problem. Doctor, this is the problem. And if they are not taking their preference, that okay, I'm having headache, I'm having stomach ache, what's happening more, right? We do not preferencize the things that can lead to a, a discomfort for them to talk to us, right? We'll just read it what it's here. Extroverts draw on social connections to develop ideas and inspiration, whereas introverts draw energy from the inner world of ideas and concepts. See, we have the connections with the social things. They themselves have that energy to have the ideas and the concepts. Process information with others, often thinking through problems with groups, collaborative information processing. This is what I mean. We have so many information to share. We fumble. Introspective, analyze details, think carefully before speaking, and are comfortable working alone. That's their strength, right? Thrive in busy, stimulating environments with an outward orientation, may be considered a cautious and slow decision makers. But when you go in an outer world and when you deal with an introverts, from my experience, I would say introverts have very calmness and they will make a very proper decision, which extroverts do not at sometimes, and they get confused about making decision. They do have a very strong decision making power. And extroverts, including me, have a confusion about what to do, how to do, what we will do, positive, negative, everywhere. All right, this was the activity you guys were supposed to do. Some people were able to do it, some people were not. If you guys were not able to do it, pop in, turn on your mics and tell me so that we can do something over here to do this. This is the time where we will be able to do this.
And I was not able to do it.
Yes. Do you want to go ahead and try it yourself one more time by avoiding the advertisements as mentioned by your colleagues?
Yes, I think so. I was confused about that thing means they are popping up. So I was confused that other thing is coming up. So maybe I will try it later myself.
Okay. If you want to try it right now, you can try it right now because this is the time. Oh, I'm moving my PowerPoint. Just give me a second. Okay. This is the time from 9:35 until what's it? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's complete the two left out and then we'll give you the time to do this exercise. Whoever have not done it. Let me go through the chat. Okay, Dhruv said about mindfulness allows you to be still and observe and accept your negative thoughts and emotions with openness rather than over identifying with them or suppressing and denying them. That's true. I'm sorry, Dhruv, I missed it when I was going through that slide.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Your self-awareness journey. This is some books which I read and I self-motivated myself when I was feeling very demotivated. This is just an informative slide. If you want to go and read or listen to the podcast about it, do it. It's a good books. Even if you guys are aware about some books about self-awareness, self-motivation, put it in the discussion post or email me if you think that that's good, or even share it with your friends. Okay? All right, let's do this cultivating of awareness, and then we'll just end up with the PowerPoint and we'll give time for you to go through the exercises before we start our meetings in person. Okay? So cultivating self-awareness. This is just a sum up of what we did before. Practice mindfulness, listen actively, be a good listener, seek out feedback and reflect. Ask people if you were able to understand, if you were not able to understand what's happening, what's not happening. Okay, sorry, Kritika. Sorry, people. Kritika have mentioned two of the books over here. I guess it's the books. If you have the links to it, provide it in the discussion post, Kritika. If not,
Sure,
we'll
ma'am.
be able to find it out. Okay?
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
What do you mean by when it says to journal? Can somebody explain me? By these three things?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Dhruv.
Yes, it's a diary of everyday routine.
That's true. Then, adding to that, go ahead, Nirali.
I was saying that keep your own experience and everyday routine recorded so you can find your faults and problems so you can work on it.
Okay. Were you saying something, Nishta?
Ma'am, same thing. Diary, record,
Anything?
your experiences and everything. So lowered my hand.
Okay. All right. Yes, keeping a journal doesn't mean that you have to write it every day, right? If you have went outside and if you find something new, write it. That would be helpful in either way. Even when you're writing your self-reflection, that this is where I went, this is what I saw, this is what I did, and this gave me peace. So practice that thing. That would be very helpful in your future world. When you are going into the world of professionalism as a leader, you'll be able to share your experiences. You'll be able to share what is good, what is bad. So it's a good practice if you guys want to. Have anybody written diaries when they were a child or when they were there was there an habit of doing it
Yes,
like
ma'am.
daily routine?
Yes.
Yes,
When I
ma'am, we
was
have done.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I still have a habit of write a diary.
I've
That's
learned
good.
a lesson also, ma'am,
Go ahead. What
that we
lesson?
should keep it in lock. It should be
Okay. See, mine is never in lock, but my people around myself, including my fiance, he knows never to touch that diary. Never ever. And I trust his honesty, he never does that.
you are lucky, ma'am, that way.
Yes. Yes, I
Actually, I
am.
started writing it in emails.
Oh, you started writing in emails? Oh, that can be accessed too.
So drafts, only in drafts. Save it to
Okay.
drafts.
That's a good practice. Nishta, you should try it. You know, when you're writing a diary or when you're like cultivating yourself when writing the diaries, that's my tip. What I do myself, I never write it down whole things. I manipulate it.
Yeah.
I can make stories. So people who are reading my diaries would never easily guess it until they know me very nicely or until they are present in that moment,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
that's a tip if you want to try. I saw a lot of people who raised hand. Were you able to keep it safe? Were you able to keep it safe from your surrounding? I try to keep it safe. If any of my diaries down at the dining table, nobody would dare to touch it. All right, let's go to the next slide. We'll talk about some reflection and storytelling assignment. Very quick up about it. Okay, this might get you into questions which you can ask during your group meetings. Make a note and we will do it as soon as possible. Okay. All right. So we are going to have two reflections coming. One would be the submission on week 4. I'll be putting the due date. You don't have to worry about it. You'll be getting enough of time to complete the self-reflection. Okay. When we are doing this, there are 2 points which has to keep in mind. That is, we are going to attend a Spark Mental Health and Wellness workshop where we are going to do it in class. We are going to do it in week 3. There is a lot of learnings in week 3 that might be a little bit overwhelming. but I would encourage you to come in person because I will try to cover this wellness workshop as much as possible in class rather than doing in on Zoom. Okay, so that you can put in your efforts, you can put in your ideas, and everybody gets help. Okay, complete your reflection on the content and submit to assignment folder in week 3 and 5. So one reflection is going to be, it's not week 3 and 5, it has changed, so don't worry about it. Check your instructional plan for due dates, but again, if you are missing to check your instructional plans, there wouldn't be mention. I will be putting it in an announcement. That would be more easier, I guess, right? To go through it and to see what's happening. I will be keep giving you reminders too. I'll try to, okay? So whatever your reflections are going to happen, it's going to happen with the Spark Mental Health and Wellness workshop. Okay, where you are doing the storytelling assignment, select the question. That's going to happen in week 3 when we are going to do it in person, right? Week 3 is about storytelling. So we will be doing it. We are going to create like accounts and we are going to brainstorm the ideas, and then we are going to make up a story. How to do it, when to do it, we will do it over there. Okay. Somebody popped up a message, in questions. I don't know who was it. I guess it was here saying we do not have a midterm. If it's not in your instructional plan, you do not have a midterm.
Ma'am,
What?
once again, please
Yeah?
repeat the assignment of today.
Assignment of today?
Yeah.
Okay, there's no assignment for today. The only assignment you are supposed to do is the 2 discussion post, which is due on Monday. That's it. This is just a reflection and storytelling. I'm just giving you a gist, right? That we are going to do it, whatever mental health and wellness workshop is going to happen in 2, but I'm going to try to cover it in person as much as possible and not on Zoom, so that whenever we are having Zoom meeting on this next Saturday, we can overcome our questions and we can deal and we can try to do it, the reflections over here on Zoom meeting or in class.
Okay.
That's the only gist I was trying to tell you. So there's
Okay.
nothing to worry about. And if you are stuck at any point of time, I'm there. Don't worry. Okay, so I don't think so you guys are having any midterm exams. If there is not an instructional plan, you just don't have it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right, this was just, okay, and these are the references just in case if you want to go through it. Okay, this is the 15 minutes. We are going to do the questions which we left here. The quizzes which people are not able to do it and submit it. This is the time you can do it right now. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? I'm here. You can go ahead. Apart from that thing, if you want to share, talk, anything, we can do it right now. Nirali, were you able to find it out? Is everybody
Yeah.
able to open the link? I know a
Yes.
lot of people were able to submit it as well. But were you
Yeah,
able to? Sorry?
it's like we are able to see it, but before selecting or reading answer, the advertisements are popping up. So it was difficult to find out question. Now I'm able to.
You are able to? Okay, perfect.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead, Nishta.
Ma'am, like I received the score on email.
That's fine.
So,
You
and I
can
need
just
to,
go ahead.
yes, what's the next step?
So whatever score you received, you can just there's a statement or something, just mention it. That's it.
Yes,
Okay?
I have to mail you.
Email me, put it in discussion
Can I put
post.
it in the chat box or discussion? I mean,
Not here because I'll need
okay.
it later on too, because chat box just goes away. Okay.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
email me. That's fine. You can email me with your student ID though. Okay.
Okay.
Or just
Okay.
mention the campus. At least
Right.
mention the caption.
Right.
Okay. And so that would be an easy one. Not to disclose your score. Email me. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When I completed the quiz, I received an email regarding the scores. But when I opened the link, it was saying that there's an invalid confirmation link and I'm unable to see my score. So I don't know where to find the score of the quiz.
Nishtha, were you able to do it? Did you got some similar email? You are on mute, my dear.
Yes, ma'am. I clicked the link and it showed me the percentage division of the extrovert and introvert criteria, and that's it.
Okay. Does that
And
help? Go ahead. Go ahead.
but when I attempted the test, it also told me about something like it gave me an alphabet score to INFJ. That was, and then it told about traits, but I can't get that on email.
That's fine. This is what you need to know about yourself.
Okay.
Right? This is not why I am asking for score. It's nothing to do with the score when I'm doing it. This is just to know about yourself. Right. Why
So
I'm
I'll receive
asking,
that one.
yes, why I am asking the score is I want to make sure everybody has done it.
Okay.
Do you get that point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Kritika, it's a raised hand. Go ahead. You have a
Yeah,
question?
ma'am. After the quiz, you get two mails. One mail is regarding the subscription, and the other one is the result. So
Okay.
if no one is finding it, you can just go and search it in your email, like by typing rainfall.com. I guess everyone might be able to access it.
Okay. Thank you.
Even I got it that way.
Okay, never subscribe, okay? This is not something, if you want to personally, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, Christopher.
I have the same problem that I did the test yesterday, but when I have the link, I click the link and I don't have it. It doesn't show me the score of the test.
Were you able to open the link? That's what they
Yeah,
are.
well, I was able, but when in the website,
Ma'am,
after I click the link, it doesn't show the score of.
Okay, Nishta has something to say.
I can share the screen and show, how it's
That
done.
would be perfect. Is that okay with all of you guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
go ahead.
Ma'am, you'll have to allow me to share the screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do it from here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Are you able to now? You're able to?
Let me try. 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Can everybody see?
Yes.
It's visible.
So this is the mail. I received this mail from Brainfall. Your quiz result is ready. And then I clicked on this link. And here it is. So now, ma'am, should I take a screenshot of it and send it to you?
Yes, take a screenshot, just copy the statement, your 40% extrovert and 60%, and you can just.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Yes. I'm stopping.
Was that helpful for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, Ma. Please, I wanted to ask, which email address should we send the quiz to?
You'll go to the Outlook and you'll find my email ID. You'll always find it in the announcements too. It's the conestoga.on.ca email. I will still put it down here to make it easy.
Thank you.
Okay, we have 9 more minutes.
Ma'am, I got the email, but I can't open the link.
Try to open what I feel. If you're not opening, you're not trying to open, I mean, the link is not opening, try to open it in like incognito mode. That might help, because sometimes if your IP or something has blocked the unwanted links, then it might not open. Okay.
Ma'am, second link has many topics. What to do with that?
Sorry.
The second link in second slide has many topics. What to do with that?
Second link in second slide, as in the four ones.
Yeah, the 4 ones.
Okay,
Means
so
in
Myers-Briggs is the one which you are going to do it. Everyone is going to do it. From other 3 links, that's the top 10 most popular personalities, Strengths Finder 2.0, and True Colors. In those 3, you have to do either one. One from any of those 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am.
Open it. Sorry, go ahead. Who was that?
That was it's me, Gursimran.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm not able to open any of the 3 links. I tried, but it doesn't end up into any, it opens a page, but I can't see any quiz or something to solve.
I
So
guess that's what something Nirali had to go through it, right? Were you able to see some advertisements?
No,
No,
those
ma'am.
were not advertisements. Those were like, it's like simple, it's a page that opens up, but we don't land up into anything. Like, what
Yes,
next?
ma'am,
We're
exactly.
stuck there.
Ma'am,
In
in that page, it's showing like start your 90-day free trial. In that, they are asking the card number and all.
sorry.
Like,
No. If there is any of the link which is asking to provide your card number, choose the other one. Okay. There might be some link where it's just an sorry.
And there is no other option.
Okay, what link are you trying to open? Which one are you trying to open? Cristobal, you are there to say something?
Yeah, because I have the same problem yesterday, but try to click the link that says 16 personalities, something like that. That one,
okay.
Yes, there is a quiz. In the other ones, it doesn't show quizzes, just like things you have to subscribe and those stuff. But in the one that says 16 personalities, there is a quiz. You can click there. I did that one yesterday.
Okay, was it helpful for other people?
Ma'am, can you please share the screen and open the link? So it will help everyone else.
Okay.
Ma'am, I think the link which Christabel is talking about is the Myers-Briggs link only that is mentioned in the previous one, if I'm not wrong. Because you said it's the same one or the previous slide. So the other 3, out of the other 3, I don't think there is
The
any.
other 3 are not exactly the quiz, they are the communication.
Yeah, that is what I wanted to ask. Like,
Yes.
so we were trying to find to like we'll encounter any quiz in that, but it's just one page opening up.
Okay, so that's the communication. That's the personality communication. See, this is one link, the True Colors. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Right. This is one link. Then, okay. Wait. This is the another link, Strengths Finder. This is where you end up going to. This is the page
Yes,
which is
ma'am.
opening.
Yeah.
This is a communication. This is an informatory links. And this is the top 10 most popular personality. How are you supposed to check your most popular personality thing? Are you ending up on this thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you're good.
So we
Because
just have to go through these links and read and
yes,
get to know about ourselves.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank
There,
you.
okay, is that fine? Was everybody able to catch this?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, all right. Myers-Briggs is the one with 16, which Christopher is talking. It's what you're going to find out for introvert, extrovert. The top 10 personalities is the one which you're going to read 10 personalities. And by reading it, eventually by end of the time, you'll be able to recognize what your personality is, right? True colors, if they're asking for subscription, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If they're asking for a subscription, let it go. That's fine. And more was the other, the strength finders. The strength finders are just the one which you'll come across what your strengths are. So if you are done with Myers-Briggs, that's okay. That's what main thing is, because the 16 one would be coming over there only. Two more minutes. Two more minutes, and at 10 o'clock, we will go for a break. 10:15, we will start our Zoom meetings. Everybody is aware about their own timings. Is there anyone who is not aware about it? Okay, before we go into that, you have one exercise to do. I'll be helping you out while we are doing it, but think about your group names. Think about your group names. How you will involve everyone, how is it going to work? Because I saw some questions in discussion post, which we will be discussing it in person, as well as I'll reply to it in discussion post as well. Okay? Any questions? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Are you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you're good, you're free to go and leave this meeting. But again, the wrap-up meeting is mandatory to come back to. Okay? The wrap-up meeting is going to be at 11:30? 11:30, I guess, right?
And those are the individual group meetings.
So, okay, I'll just go over it. Group 1 is meeting me at 10:15. Group 2 until 10:30. Group 2 is meeting me from 10:30 to 10:45. Group 3 is meeting me from 10:45 to 11. Group 4 is meeting from 11 to 11:15. Group 5 is meeting from 11:15 to 11:30. And there will be a mandatory wrap-up meeting at 11:30. That's the only link which you have to join, where group 5 is also there.
Okay. So everyone is joining. So everyone is joining group 5 after separate meetings.
Yes. You'll go through the announcement, and that would be the clear one to say, which is the wrap-up meeting 1, 2. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's go for the break, and I'll see you at 10:15.